If you've ever dreamed of waking up to turquoise waters, white sandy beaches, or a lifestyle that feels like a permanent vacation, Las Terrenas, Dominican Republic may just be your paradise. Today, I'm taking you inside some real estate. From stylish new builds starting at only $175,000, walking distance to the beach, to beachfront luxury condos starting at $350,000. And stick around until the end, because I'm showing you a rare $1.7 million slice of paradise that might be one of the most breathtaking spots in the entire area. But first, what makes this place so special? Las Terrenas has separated itself from many places like Punta Cana for many reasons. Aside from being located in the safest province of all of Dominican Republic, Samaná, this place offers some of the world's best beaches and international community, and is great for anyone who enjoys being outdoors. Here you can find some of the freshest seafoods on the island, immerse yourself in the Dominican culture, and best of all, not have to worry about dealing with major chains or resorts. In recent years, international investors have been flocking Las Terrenas due to its uniqueness and charm. But what really excites people about Las Terrenas isn't just the lifestyle, it's the real estate opportunities that exist amongst it. Now, before I begin sharing some of these projects, it's extremely important to note that I've done my due diligence looking at the contractor's record, making sure that these projects have the proper permits and funding in order for them to be completed. Because one of the things that is often heard out there is that Dominican Republic is full of scams. A lot of people who have gotten scammed don't do their due diligence. They don't hire a legal team. They're not going through the necessary steps to ensure that those things don't happen to them. Like I said, I've researched, and one of the projects, not only did I research, but I have a nice added bonus of 15 years, no tax and capital gains. And I'll talk about that in a sec. Now, enough of me talking, so let's dive right in. First, we have a rare boutique development that checks off all the boxes: location, price point, amenities, and most importantly, a developer who's doing things the right way. So this brand new project is a 14-unit boutique build just minutes from the beach. It offers a 1 and 2 bedroom layout starting at only $175,000, which is pretty remarkable considering the amenities and location. Smaller projects like this tend to have a much more private community feel, and you're not having to deal with hundreds of neighbors. Just 14 units, thoughtfully designed. You're gonna have a gym, you're gonna have access to a pool, Starlink already built in, which is important for anyone who's planning on living there full time or planning on renting Airbnb or to remote workers. As we know, internet here in Las Terrenas isn't the best, so those are little perks that you definitely wanna be on the lookout for. But here's what truly separates this project from the others. Unlike a lot of developments here where they use your down payments, yeah, you heard that right, your down payment, they use it for the build. This developer, I went to the open house event yesterday, it was awesome. They talked about the project, and something that really stood out is that they didn't say a single word about this project because they didn't want individuals to have to wait for the permitting and things that usually can take several months, even years. What they ended up doing was they actually used their own capital. They started the build, they got all the permits. So this project is actually something that has already begun. So it's not something that is just a concept or an idea. It's something that the investor said, hey, you know what? We're gonna move forward with it. We're gonna start and then we'll announce it when we're ready. And that's something that you don't see here often. A lot of these builders here actually use your money in order to be able to get the projects going. So that is something that's extremely important to note. And the best part of it all, you're not gonna have to worry about delays, you're not gonna have to worry about permits, you're not gonna have to worry about the things that usually delay projects several years. You already know the project's in process. Once the build has begun, it usually takes about 2 years usually to complete a project. If anybody tells you that they can do a project in 6 months to a year, run as fast as you can. That means that they're usually needing money, they're over-promising, under-delivering, and those are the projects that usually have the red flags. So make sure to stay aware of that when you are looking to buy here in the Dominican Republic. Next, we have this 2-bedroom condo right where we are right here, beach front, right behind me, as you can tell. Here we have 2 units for sale. We have a first floor and a second floor unit that are available. Now there is another phase that's being built in the back. However, if you're wanting that oceanfront view, you definitely want to take advantage of these last 2 units that are available. They are $415 and $435. And if you want the back part, that's where you can get the apartments for the $350. Still relatively close, as you can tell. The construction is right there, and the beach is right there. Something else that this project has is that it has Confutur. And for those of you that don't know what Confutur is a law that the Dominican government created in order to incentivize development in touristic areas. Now, you're not going to find a lot of these projects in Santo Domingo, Santiago. You're going to find them more in Punta Cana, Las Terrenas, Puerto Plata. And this project has it. That's one of the big reasons why I invested in the project that I have over there. As an investor, if you're wanting to invest your money wisely and take advantage of these incentives, then I definitely recommend looking into these type of projects. Now, to be clear, not every project has this. It attracts a lot of buyers to it, and it's a reason why a lot of people are investing in these projects. Beautiful 2-bedroom condos, open living concept to be able to go outdoors into the pool space. You have 2 bedrooms, each with their own private restrooms, as well as a half bathroom for guests. So extremely well thought out floor plan. This does come with Línea Blanca, so it comes with your ACs and all your kitchen equipment, which is something else that a lot of these other projects do not include, so that is a major perk. So if this is one of the projects you like, make sure to put that in the comments section down below. Beachfront residence, I'll send you more information on it. What I'm about to tell you right now is across the board for any new build. When it comes down to pre-construction, that's when you're usually going to find the best deals. However, that's when it does require the most amount of money down. Here in these projects, you're usually looking at around 60%, just like at the previous project that I just mentioned earlier, the boutique 14 unit condo, but that is split over the term of the build. So the good thing about it is that you're able to pay these down interest-free without having to pay the crazy amounts of interest that these banks are charging, because financing at a 13-14% interest rate like it is here is absolutely insane. Now, the third and final property is a $1.7 million slice of paradise just minutes from where we are. Now, this is a piece of land. It has oceanfront views, over 20 tareas of coconuts. This is just about 20 minutes outside of Las Terrenas. Here you have everything you would need to be able to be self-sustained. You have a tree in the middle of the property that is hundreds of years old. That's absolutely amazing. And just right behind that, you find a nice coconut field that leads to a virgin beach. Yes, you heard that right. So if you're someone that wants to develop, now I will be cautious. I'm not gonna show this to someone that wants to come out here and tear these coconut trees down. Guys, this is the beauty of what this place has. Another thing that's important to know, that this is also located minutes to a secret destination that I'm not even gonna post on here, because only true locals of the area know this, because they keep it amongst themselves. But this is a great place to look if you're thinking about maybe possibly starting some wellness here in Dominican Republic. The owners are willing to divide the property in different sections. So now, when you compare that to what you can get here in, let's say, Las Terrenas proper for $1.7 million, you may be able to find yourself a house. You're not going to be able to find 50,000 metro cuadrados. So this is not something that is lightweight. However, it is something for someone who is looking to be close to a beach town like Las Terrenas, but a couple minutes away, isolated, where they can be self-sustained, they can grow their own food. And these owners have invested in the property and cleaning it up and so forth. So that property right there is definitely coming way below market value, considering the ocean view that it has from the top of the hill, considering the access that it has to the beachfront, not to mention the over 5 million pesos that were sold last year in coconuts from those trees. So it's a property that's already income producing at some capacity, and so forth. So there you have it. Those are 3 different properties here in Las Terrenas. Doing my due diligence, finding you a deal without you having to do the homework. So if you're someone that is currently looking at real estate, not only in Las Terrenas, Dominican Republic, send me a message, put your email down below. I will be more than happy to help you out, my team and I. Now, one thing that people are always surprised is the amount of information, knowledge that I share with them when purchasing real estate. And one thing that I do want to note is that do not be surprised when we are talking. You may become not discouraged, but decide not to pull the trigger, and that is absolutely okay. Because at the end of the day, it is better for you not to pull the trigger on something and to pull the trigger on something just to say because you did so and then become financially stressed out, start to, become stressed and it become a financial burden. This should be an easy process. This should be fun. This should be something that you enjoy. And this should be something that is not rushed. It's not an emotional decision. And it's something that you become well versed on. So if you like content like this, make sure to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be sharing with you different projects around the island so that I can keep you up to date on special deals that are going on. And most important, qualified properties, not things that are being built with no permits, no expectations, no background, and no experience like the projects that I mentioned today. So from Las Terrenas, y'all have a great one. Don't forget, make sure to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time.